advocacy and the power of a collective voice and the power of large numbers. So that 250,000 members sounds great, but we need to grow our membership and really have that voice. So there is a contest going on right now where we have a $10,000 grand prize for a cruise with Encore Scenic, very high-end luxury cruise. And we're asking our members to get a friend to join our association. And we're asking you to spend $15 and give a CARP membership to a friend, someone else who would value our membership, but also increase our clout. So if you go to the website, seniors.ca, very easy to remember, seniors.ca. I'd like to encourage you to buy a CARP membership for a friend. And when you give that membership, you're the one entered into the contest for the $10,000 cruise. So and it's a win for you, the chance to win, but it also helps to grow our members. When Moses Neimer became the chairman of CARP 18 years ago, he said, well, it's going to be easy. I'll get every member to get 2 friends to join and we'll have 1 million overnight. The problem with our association is it's a club that people join later in life. And we have this membership bucket, and there's a little hole in the bottom of that bucket, and membership drips out every year. And we have to replace that membership with about 20,000 every year just to stay the same. So we're spinning our tires at this number that we've been at for decades, and we're trying to get our members to say to themselves, listen, I value CARP enough, and I see the value that I've paid my membership dues. Let me give a membership to a friend at a discounted rate.
Must be a mic, but
even stronger voice.
He put it on me.
So, Roland, if we go to the next one, please. This was a headline in the Globe and Mail just last week, or 2 weeks ago. Seniors Association criticizes big banks for predatory sales practices. Who do you think the Seniors Association is? That's us. And what happened was in June of last year, the Ontario Securities Commission released a report where they had polled several thousand investment advisors in Ontario who are working in bank branches and asked them about what they do in the bank branches by way of being financial advisors. And it turns out that up to 25% of them admitted that they, at least sometimes, don't provide advice that is in the best interest of their clients. So 25% admitted it to their own oversight body. I can't imagine that everyone told the truth, but 25% admitted that they often, or they sometimes, give bad advice to their clients. And that set alarm bells off with CARP when we looked at just how many Canadian seniors trust their bank branch advisors for financial investments. If you walk into a bank branch today and ask for a mutual fund or some financial guidance, I'll use the Royal Bank as an example because they're the biggest bank in Canada. If you walk into the Royal Bank and you say, I downsized my house, I bought a condo, I've got a couple $100,000 that is going to be my nest egg for the rest of my life, will you invest it for me? That Royal Bank advisor can only sell you Royal Bank products. So he or she will say, well, we've got this mutual fund or this balanced fund, and this is your risk. So here are the couple of things I'll put you into. We're going to do great together. And the only responsibility that advisor has to you is that it be a suitable investment. There is no fiduciary standard where they have to act in your best interest. There is no real disclosure that they're only offering you the bank's products. the point of view that CARP has is that the banks have their thumb on the scale and you are not getting the best outcomes for your investments. Let's go to the next one, please, Roland. So the growing problem for Canadian investors is that Canadians trust their banks. And that trust is being taken advantage of from our point of view and what we've seen in this report. So this ability to prey on that trust is costing Canadians their investment growth. Now this is a problem for older Canadians because they have again I'll use the term, a shorter runway to make sure that money is growing for them. Younger Canadians are experiencing the same thing, but their runway is a lot longer and they stand to lose more money through compounding losses. And Canadian seniors trust their banks and they trust their institutions. Younger Canadians are a little more wary of institutions. I know I'm 57 years old. I've been with the same bank brand since I had to get my social insurance number to play hockey at age 11. And so I've been with the same bank for 5 decades, in 5 decades. And that applies to people like you, maybe a decade or 2 more. So that idea that Canadians trust their investment advisors to be acting in their best interest, and it turns out that they're not. So what did CARP do? Let's go to the next one. So CARP sent a letter to the Canadian Bankers Association, and that's the industry rep for the big banks. I met the gentleman at a couple of events, and I had his business card. I said, why don't I ask them to do the right thing? So I sent a letter to Anthony Ostler, who is the CEO of the Canadian Bankers Association, and pointed out the Ontario Securities Commission report, flagged to him what those numbers said, and asked him to do the right thing and change the way that the sales culture inside a bank branch is working, and to focus on maximizing the returns for their clients rather than balancing their interests with your interests. And by the way, they made $4 billion last quarter. Thank you very much. $4 billion in profit. So he sent me a response back and said, actually, Anthony, we think that the banks are fair dealers when it comes to Canadian investors, that the report was a small subset of all the advisors, and it was only in Ontario. So we're pretty happy with the status quo, and we'd love to work with you on stuff, but we're not going to make any changes. So I decided that we should share that information with our members, that the banks were asked nicely, they nicely said, go away, and the Globe and Mail picked up our response and said that CARP and the banks are now into a fight. Go to the next one. So this is another, so we were in the Globe and Mail, in the report on business, big headlines. Financial Post reporter saw that, gave us a call, and we got a 2-page spread in the Financial Post. And then go to the next one. Go one more, go to the next one. Go to the next one. And then a friend of the banks wrote an opinion piece in the Financial Post, in the Globe and Mail, saying, hey, why would you expect to walk into a Honda dealership and for them not to sell you a Honda? Or what if you walked into a BMW dealership, why would they want to sell you anything else but a BMW? And the argument from CARP's perspective is that we're walking in expecting that salesperson, that advisor, to do the best by us. And it's not equivalent to buying a Honda or a BMW. It's equivalent to expecting that you're getting professional advice and service with a standard that is the equivalent of your doctor who would give you advice, or your lawyer who would give you advice. When you walk into a financial advisor, you're not expecting that you're talking to a car salesman. You're expecting that you're talking to someone who has your best interests, and that there will be fees for their services, but they won't be buying or won't be selling you things that will benefit them. And it won't be based on scorecards and how many mutual funds of this version that you've sold this month, and you're going to be compensated based on how well you did selling mutual funds to seniors. So that in a nutshell is the big issue. And we're waiting for, well, my next step, and I've written the draft, I'm sending a letter, I picked the TD Bank, and I'm sending a letter to the head of the Toronto Dominion Bank, who is the newest CEO of a bank in Canada. He's held the job for the shortest period of time. And I'm asking him to be a leader and change the sales culture at TD Bank, giving him the opportunity to do the right thing, change the sales culture, and then if he does it, all the banks will follow in line. At the same time, we're talking to the Minister of Finance, we're talking to the Ontario Securities Commission, but the point of view is that we shouldn't rely on regulators and government to make the banks do the right thing. We believe that they should be doing the right thing because they're partners in our success, and being the institutions that are the economic engines of Canada, they should be partners in your success. When I go to the federal government and say we need an increase to old age security, it's far less likely that we'll have to do that if Canadians are getting better returns on their investments. And the other issue is that they've divided their investment advisors into two groups: wealth management and in-branch sales advice. That same $200,000 that you might have had from downsizing your home, if you walk into the World Bank branch, you're going to get this level of service. If you walk across the street to RBC Dominion Securities, you're going to get a different level of service. And that RBC Dominion Security Advisor will offer you RBC products or Purpose Investments products or Manulife products. There's no limit to what they can sell you based on your need. The argument that the banks made a few years ago when they changed how they're selling was that we can't expect our advisors to know all these products, therefore they'll only sell RBC products. And we think that was quite disingenuous, self-serving, and costing Canadians, we're going to find out the numbers soon, just millions, and if not billions of dollars in their investment portfolios over their investment horizon. So that's the big issue with the banks. We think they should be partners in your success, and if we can't get TD on board, we're going to push this campaign out of the pages of the Financial Post onto the front page of the Globe and Mail and the Toronto Star, and we'll need you to be vocal supporters, getting in touch with Peter Bethlen-Falvey, who is the finance minister in Ontario, calling up your buddy Doug Ford, talking to Effie and Stephen Crawford, and who's the other one?
Natalie Pierre.
Natalie Pierre, and making sure that they understand it, because they're not going to take on the banks on their own. They all want jobs on the bank board of directors after they retire. They need you to push them and give them the political clout to make the changes that will benefit you. So that was the issue. Let's go to the next slide. So this is the call to action. Go to seniors.ca, get a membership for your friend, hopefully take a wonderful cruise. Go to our website again and follow our campaigns and take action. Call your MPPs, call your MPs, tell them what you want them to do, and we have it all laid out for you on our website. And the other thing about seniors groups is there are probably 30,000 seniors groups in Canada. Someone took a survey, but they have 5 or 6 or 20 or 50 people who get together and do really good things in the community, but they're small and they have no clout. It's only when we have a large voice of united Canadians who demand political change that it'll happen. Despite the great efforts and interest of those small groups, politicians won't pay attention. We all have to be a large vocal group CARP has been doing this for 41 years. We're going to continue to do it with your support, with the chapter's support, all of the volunteers, and I encourage you to continue to pay attention and engage. That's it for me. Thank you very much for your kind attention and for being a member. I'm really proud to be your president, and I hope to be doing this for the next 20 years myself. Thank you. What's
Don't do
on
the draw.
now?
This is our 50/50, and it's $88, and I'm going to have Anthony pull the winning ticket.
So it's 44 or 88? Is it? Okay, 88 cash for you. Don't tell the CRA. Now the last three numbers are 479.
479.
There we are. Got a winner.
Thank you all for coming out tonight. We really appreciate you showing up. And we'll see you next month on February the 26th, which is the 4th Thursday of the month. Take care. We have another... What? Oh, the sponsors. Oh, sorry about that, everyone. We have sponsors. Catherine.
Draws.
If you're a sponsor and you have a prize, come on up and gladly thank you for helping out the chapter as you do and for coming on this coldest of cold nights. Polar vortex. You know. Tomorrow is minus 27 right here. Enjoy it. Yeah. So if you stop by the Amica booth and filled out their form, you are a winner. And it is Liz Arbor. Is Liz here? Thank you very much to Amica for being here.
Thank you.
Oh, we talked about health management today. How do you feel about CARP's advocacy for
Let's just say I don't
improved
have my
advisors?
money with the bank.
There you go. The last three digits are 939.
All right, good show.
Well, let me get that. I'll take your 939. That's a match. Okay. Thus ended the lesson. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you all again, and have a very good night, and stay home. Take care.
Yep. Good job, Barb. Well done.
Yep, well done. Turn it off? Yeah. Yeah, the light goes off. Good show.
Yeah, no, it worked out well. I guess my coat's still at the back, eh? Yeah.
No, it's
Mister, I sold my house. I'm still living in it. A special arrangement. It was $880,000. And the interest they gave me initially was 3.3%. Now, all of a sudden, they say it's only 2.5%.
Oh. So who's they? Who's that?
TD Bank.
Oh, TD. Oh. What's been happening with interest rates?
Interest rates
They've been
went down.
dropping, I guess. Eh? Interest
Yeah,
rates have been
interest
dropping?
rates.
Yeah. So how much longer? You will be there for a while yet? Will you still be living in your house for a while yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least they're giving you something.
Yeah, the interest rates have gone down.
Yeah,
it's
interest
good
rates
for
have
those who
dropped.
need money, but not.
I live in the house, but I have the interest on the money,
Right. Yeah.
which is okay. I
Yeah.
own my own.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the next thing would be to be in a home.
Right.
you know.
Right. Yeah.
Are you managing okay?
I'm 94.
Oh, good for you. Good for you.
Good for you.
Did you just speak? Yeah.
I just want to tell you, the reason I
do about that tax deferral
Yeah.
is I volunteer at Karina Gould's income tax clinic.
Oh, do you?
For low-income residents.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
And it's a fabulous
Thank you for doing that.
service.
Thank you for doing that.
And I'm appalled at how little money some people have to live on.
I spend Friday mornings delivering to the food bank for people.
Oh.
And I can tell you stories it breaks my heart. It just
Yeah.
breaks my heart, some of the
So
situations people are in. Yeah,
I
yeah.
really resent.
Yes. Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. I hear you loud and clear. Thank you for doing what you do.
I read Paul Kershaw's column.
Yeah, he's a challenge. He's a challenge, that's for sure.
But that income tax clinic needs to be widely
Where do you do that?
known.
Where is that?
At the mall.
Oh, it's at the mall.
Burlington Mall.
Is that just not in her office? Do you do it
It's
down?
we always get one of the vacant storefronts.
Okay, right.
And it goes 2 days a week through February and March.
Okay.
Or March and April. sorry.
March and April. Yeah.
And I do the intake, so
Yep.
I talk to the people to make sure they've
Yep.
got all their papers. It's very interesting.
I'll never forget. This one broke my heart. I was delivering to this, and it was a house, and there was no answer at the door. And I knocked on the side door, and I was just about to leave, and this older elderly gentleman came up, and he didn't speak English. And anyway, I gestured would like me to take the hamper downstairs, and he didn't understand. And then his wife came up, and she was the same. She didn't speak English, but I gestured, would you like me to take it down? And I went down, and there was 2 pieces of furniture in the living room. 2 pieces, that was it. There was a kitchen and a bedroom. That's all there was. And I gestured the kitchen. I took it in, and she came up to me and she hugged me.
Yeah, well,
Broke
we
my
get
heart.
lots of people that are so grateful.
Yes, that's the thing that makes it worthwhile. Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
You know, we're all of us volunteers.
Yeah,
We're not
exactly.
Starving.
Yep,
you
yep,
know.
yep.
We don't have, but
Yep.
it's eye-opening.
Yeah, it sure is. Well, thanks for doing what you do.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing what you do.
Very much.
Oh, no, not at all.
Robert,
You betcha.
I'm
Thanks for
the
coming.
oldie member of.
Are you?
CARP,
Yeah, yeah.
But I knew, and then I stopped back in